All right. As somebody who wants to end up being a security architect, currently working as a security and network engineer on Fortinet next generation firewalls, would you suggest moving to SOC or pen testing? Jamario, I'll let you go first.
For me, I think it's all about kind of passion, right? Soccer is going to be more on the defensive end, penetration testing more on the offensive end, right? I'm explosive. I like offensive things. When I watch basketball, I like to see them score. When I watch football, I like to see them win. So I think really it's going to go into passion. I don't really know the numbers from the standpoint of if you're looking for money, if you're looking for a sense of fulfillment, but I believe penetration testing would offer me personally the most sense of fulfillment because again, I love complex things. So many tools you listed earlier, like I don't even know all the tools. I just kind of focus on the ones that I know and go in depth because there's so many ways to skin a cat, right? So me personally, if you like penetration testing, I would go for that. I personally love it. And because there's so many different other opportunities as well with it, because I know a lot of companies today are doing the bug bounties. So they're just kind of like setting up their networks to be perfectly attacked. And so maybe you, instead of fully transitioning over, maybe you can try with the bug bounty, see how you do well with that, see if you really enjoy it and get a good experience because you get the report to the companies after you find a particular bug, etc. So it really depends on if you want to be on the defensive end or the offensive end. Me personally, I like offense. I like to score. I like to win. I like to go through. And then it's kind of like the bad guy kind of scenario, but you don't have to go to jail. So this person, me, I would pick penetration testing, and that's because I have a passion for it. But of course, it's going to come down to passion for you.
Yeah, as far as career, I agree. Pen testing is a lot of fun. That being said, I'll give you some from the career side and from a longevity perspective. If I was picking and I was more focused on higher salary, longer duration of career, and being able to really have this thing that's going to be my next 5, 10, 15-year career, right? I personally would go to the SOC environment and the cybersecurity defense side of things. Now, the reason I say that is that for every one pen tester job, there are 4 or 5 defense jobs. And so it really just does come down to numbers, right? We talked earlier about it's really hard to break in entry level. Breaking in entry level in pen testing, nearly impossible. You'll apply to 1,000 places and maybe one will give you a call back because there are so many people who want to be pen testers. There's a lot less people who are analysts and cybersecurity defenders because they see it as boring, they see it as routine, whatever. But there's also a lot of job security there, and you make good money, and you can use that as your stepping stone into pen testing. Because I'll tell you, as somebody who hires for pen testers, I would not be hiring somebody with zero skill. I need somebody who has already been an analyst for 2 or 3 years, who knows what the defense side looks like. And now I can teach them the attack side so they know what the defenders can see. And now they can figure out how to avoid that from being detected. And so it really does take both sides. And the other thing I would say is the other thing you can look at is a purple team, which is a mix of pen test, red, and defense, blue, together, which gives you purple. And so some places are doing more purple teaming, and that will give you 80% of your time pen defense and maybe 20% pen testing. And that's a good way to mix it as well. But with your background coming from a firewall area and being a security engineer, I don't think you'd have a hard time getting a job as a SOC analyst and moving into that and being able to do that for a couple of years. And then if you want to go to pen test, you can. But with your end goal of being a security architect, I thought something like CYSA and that cyber defense skill set is going to be much, much more appropriate for you with that being your end goal. And it will get you into those higher pay bands than just being a network engineer, because a network engineer tends to top out around 100,000, where cyber defenders tend to top out 150 to 200. Pen testers generally around 100, 125, sometimes up to 150 if you're really good. That's the general numbers I see on the US as an average to help you out.